Tung Lashor, whose evil tongue lashes. King Hiss, Tung Lashor, and Rattlor, new from the Masters of the Universe, each sold separately from Mattel. Are you ready for the Snake Men?
Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Chasing 80s Toys. On last episode you saw me unbox the Origin Snake Man that you see beside me here. One Snake Man was missing from the lineup that I like to collect, and that was this fella over here, Tung Lashor. So today's video is all about a close-up of Tung Lashor. And here he is up close, Tung Lashor on his vintage vibe styled card back, and I really love these card backs Origins are giving us. There are some subtle giveaways to show you what team he is. If this doesn't do it for you, the sticker that says Snake Man. There's this beautiful Snake Man artwork on the top of the card back, and I love this snake scale detail which is incorporated into the bubble. That's a really nice detail going there. Beautiful artwork on these Origins figures, and this is no exception to that. So cool seeing Tung Lashor battling Cyclone. The action feature, and there's a difference with Origins Tung Lashor and the vintage one, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Some of the other figures in the lineup. And overall it's such a colorful figure again we're getting from Origins, and I like that a lot. And here is Tung Lashor released from the card back with all that comes with it, and there are a few accessories. There's this little instruction sheet showing you what parts can be removed from the figure, and that's all for the mix and matching feature, which is a cool gimmick to the toy line. There's a new mini comic, and this is worldwide release, so there's no text in these. Love seeing the other figures, or some of the other figures in the lineup on the back of this comic. That's what we saw in the 80s a lot with these mini comics too. And great looking artwork. I really love going through these, even if there is no text, which is a bit of a shame. There's still some pretty artwork to look at. Nice little bonus to each of these Origins figures. Free accessories are included. We get the snake staff, which you will see in a moment is a one-in-one copy of the snake staff that he came with in the 80s. Then there is his dragonfly bow. At least I believe this is called a dragonfly. Correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. I'm Dutch, not English, so I don't really know the right words. But this was also included back in the day, and there's this little thing which we'll come to in just a moment. Such a colorful figure, great with the articulation we get. Let's see how his weapons fit. He has only the 3 fingers on each of his hands. The bow seems to be gripped in there pretty good. Let's see if we can get the staff to go in there as well. Yeah, that works good.
I have. Very good, Tung Lash. Yes, that place has been a thorn in my side for years.
And now let's bring on his predecessor from the year 1986, if memory serves me well, Tung Lashor from the 80s. They really stayed true to the design. The orange with the green Snake Man logo, the colorful legs with that pattern going. Let's have a look at the back of them. And there you can see a giveaway to a gimmick he had back in the day, which is no longer present here. And let's talk about that. Tung Lashor had the mighty power to struck his tongue at his foes, at his opponents, and once he did that and you were hit, you would turn into stone. At At least that's how the mini comic that he came with back in the 80s portrayed it. And it's a fun little trick. Because of this gimmick, you can see a lot of paint loss on Tung Lashor's tongue when you pick these up on the secondhand market. This one is still in pretty good condition, but that's something to look out for when you're planning to buy a vintage 1986 Tung Lashor. Now, like I said, we don't have that gimmick anymore with Origins Tung Lashor. Instead, there's a beautiful pattern on the back. But what did they do? They included this little bit that goes into his mouth, and there you have it. You can at least display him with sticking his tongue out to his enemy. I suppose you can bend this a bit into shape if you like to. And if you don't like this, you can always put it in his mouth the other way around, where he goes like that. Yeah, it kind of works for display purposes, but I would have loved to see the original gimmick incorporated in this figure. That would have been my preference. But overall, a pretty cool figure to the lineup. And let's see how the other Snake Men welcome their companion. Let's see how they look together. There's Rattler, Cobra Khan, and the king of the Snake Men, King Hish, which looks awesome. You know I love this figure if you watched the last video I did. So Origin Snake Man is complete for me. I know there are other figures in this lineup, but these four were the ones that I like to collect, and I'm happy to have the four of them together now. So now let's find a good place to display them in my toy room. And that concludes this short video of this week. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got some great stuff coming for March, and one of those things is on the Universal Toy Collectors channel from Stu, a good friend of mine. We're doing a 24-hour live stream, and be sure to check it out. Link to his channel is below. It's all for a good charity, so more about that to come. For now, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next one.